I used to think that I was pretty invincible. In my 20s, you just think like, hey, I'm young, I'm invincible, nothing bad is ever going to happen to me. Then one day you wake up and you're like, oh, hello, I have adult onset asthma. What's this? Why is my neck so stiff? Oh, my back is totally screwed. Why do I have to pee so much? But it's okay, because there's a jellyfish that can live forever, so it's all good. This is a story from a channel. This is the Turritopsis dohrnii, also known as the immortal jellyfish. It's a tiny little jellyfish, only about the size of a sesame seed. It lives in the oceans around the world, and its entire life cycle can be observed in two distinct phases. First, there's the normal jellyfish phase, where it floats around looking like your typical jellyfish. And then there is the cyst phase, where it kind of just sits on the ocean floor and doesn't do much of anything. Now, if you were to look at one of these jellyfish under a microscope, you would see that its cells look pretty similar to our own human cells. They have a nucleus, they have other cell structures, and they even have the same basic genetic material that we do. In other words, they have the same DNA that basically makes them who they are. So scientists started to wonder, could studying these jellyfish possibly help us understand how to live longer ourselves? So in 2008, a group of Italian researchers collected some immortal jellyfish from the coast of Portoferraio and brought them back to their lab to study. There they observed the jellyfish closely and discovered that not only did they have the same DNA as us, but they also had the same genes. And not only that, but those genes were expressed in very much the same way. In other words, these jellyfish were basically doing the same things with their genes that we are. They were eating, growing, reproducing, all thanks to the same basic genetic code that we have. But probably the coolest thing about these jellyfish is that they seem to be completely resistant to age-related diseases. They don't get cancer, they don't get Alzheimer's, and they do, and even seem to suffer from any kind of decline in their physical abilities as they age. Now, this might be due to the fact that jellyfish are simpler organisms than we are. Or on the other hand, they might just be naturally resistant to these diseases. So either way, scientists are still trying to figure out why that is. And by studying these jellyfish, we might be able to learn how to live longer and healthier lives ourselves. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll be able to live forever like these immortal jellyfish. Or maybe we'll just be able to live longer and healthier lives, which is kind of the same thing, I guess. So, what do you think? Would you want to live forever? Let me know down in the comments. And if you liked this video, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe for more amazing science videos. Thanks for watching. See ya.